And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We are here with the semifinals. The semifinals of Code for Giants Cup number 20. Your bi-weekly dose, your fortnightly dose of Brazilian StarCraft. And we are here with something special. We're jumping in mid-series. We do have the lower semifinals getting ready. Don't get me wrong. We have Shakti and Master. They're about to lock in. They're about to face off. But I gotta be here for our boy, Papi. I have to. Oh my god. As we are jumping in mid-series into game number 2 and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Abyssal Reef, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the Red Terran for Clan NWCE. It is a Kamikaze. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have one of our own. We have representing the CranKy Ducklings from the land of Brazil. It is Erik. As he's up 1-0. Again, Erik, he is our boy. For those that are curious, the CranKy Ducklings, we actually did found our pro team many years ago, signing on a Latin American roster with players like Erik, players like Ryu, players like Neo as well. And of course, it's many years later here, and Erik is still competing, still playing. Did take some time off, don't get me wrong. Did focus on his studies. I believe has since graduated and has since gotten his degree and all that good stuff. I believe in the medical field, by the way, so big shout to Erik. And yeah, we'll see how he can perform here and now, as he is the favorite player here. He's the best Zerg player in all of Brazil. Let's go. We're here for him, Papi. Always. What does he stand for? He stands for endurance, righteousness, intellect, and kangaroo. Let's go. If you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets when you think will take the series. Erik is favored 100% to win the entire event. No bias. But Kamikaze, he is going to be a strong contender here. Kamikaze, he is known for mech. He's known for making it up, especially on a large map like Abyssal Reef. That is where mech can be favored. You can defend it very nicely here on Abyssal Reef, and I'm sure Kamikaze is looking to embrace that advantage, embrace that feature as best he can. Oh boy. So we'll see how Erik can deal with the problem that is Kamikaze. But now Reaper into the main. Again, Hatchet got full standard open out of Erik. Reaper does dip in. Ooh, does not get the drone. Is forced back. Erik so far does keep up. Behind this, Kamikaze going for, I would imagine, third CC before starports. We're building up. We're getting ready. As Erik, he's rushing into a lair. Let's go. That's going to be, what, a 245, 240 lair timing here for Erik. Very fast, very quick. With an early lair, what does this lead to? Well, I want to say two things. One, 2-ace Muta is what I would assume early on. This could be like, for example, Link Queen Nidus all in, but there's no link speed. There's no link speed here. This could be for Nidus space play, but again, I'm not really feeling that too much of that either here. This could be 2-ace Muta if we were casting any other player, but because we're casting Erik, he has been known to embrace something a little bit different, to embrace 2-ace Swarm Host in this matchup. Double starport. Oh my, we're all crazy. Okay, we're going for a starport before CC, going double starport even. Double starport Mass Banshee, double starport into BC. What's it gonna be here? Roach Warren gets thrown down. Both players are doing some crazy builds. Where are we going? Where are we headed? The lair is about to finish. Do we go for the Nidus? Do we go for the Infestation Pit? Do we go for the Swarm Host? There it is. 2-base Swarm Host. Again, for those that are familiar with Erik, this should not be a surprise to you, but again, Erik, he is fond and he prefers 2-base Swarm Host over 2-base Muta, especially with the latest buffs to Infestor. I say latest buff, it happened a year ago, but back in the day, Infestors, they used to need Pathogen Glands to start with energy. Nowadays, you no longer need that. Nowadays, you can, you actually do start things off with a Fungal already, so this means that you can actually make safety Infestors after your initial Roach aggression, then into Swarm Host play. There's layers to this build, and it's been a while since we've seen Erik whip this out. It's been a while. Meanwhile, as Erik is, doing flips and doing all this crazy stuff by going Roaches into Swarm Host, we do see Mass Banshee. Hyperfight Rotors, Cloak is on the way. Erik, he comes in for the Scout. Does come in, but ooh, the Scout is denied, and Erik, what does he see? He sees a tech lab, he sees it researching. That's all he sees. Oh boy. And here come those Swarm Hosts. So it looks like he recognizes it's going to be Banshee, but he doesn't know how committed these Banshees are. Does not know. Spores are good, but more Queens would be better. for the time being, here come those Swarm Hosts. So the goal here is to get 4 Swarm Hosts. We have Burrow as well. The goal is to burrow the Swarm Host at key locations to keep rallying Locust Waves in, to force out scans, to get economic damage. This is efficient. This is not mass Swarm Hosts. It should just be 4. It should just be 4 Swarm Hosts, then into Roaches, then into Infestors. The goal here of the Infestors is to support the Roaches because the Roach count is going to be very low compared to a counterattack. Assuming there would be a counterattack, as again, we're getting into mech. Factories are on the way. No surprise here. Again, Kamikaze, he's known for mech. That's why we brought it up at the start of the game. Is why we brought it up. And here come those Swarm Hosts. And again, Burrow is done. The first Swarm Host is going to be found out already. That first Swarm Host is found. Does burrow in time. Banshees are also scouted. Again, 4 Banshees already. It's crazy. But, I mean, the Swarm Hosts, they scout, they confirm. Locust Wave into the main, initially. Locust Wave into the main base, distracting his opponent. Now, we just see it on Locust Wave towards the natural, and we want to preserve these Locusts until the army moves out. Like, Erik, he doesn't want to reveal his position. But Kamikaze, he is aware. Go, Locust Wave shuts down the Hellion. And another Locust Wave here into the mineral line as well. So far, good use of these Locust Waves. Again, no major damage yet. He's gotten a Hellion here or there. A Depot as well. Oof. Does try to escape. Raven! Oh, the Raven's popped out. Good response. I mean, because of all the tech labs, true. Banshee into Raven. And with that, Kamikaze has gained map control behind this, going into Roaches. We have a Spire on the way. Erik, is he taking up too much? I think he is. He might just be taking up too much. We need more Queens. We need more anti-air. Roaches, they hold their own. Queens, they pull back. They have Transfuse. Ooh, barely keeping each other alive. But now we're down to 2 Queens. Down to 1. And soon to be down to 0. The Roaches, they shut down the Hellions. But the Banshees, they reign supreme. Oh my god. The Banshees, they're buying... Sorry, the Queens are buying more time. Forcing back Kamikaze. And the Spire is done. The Corruptors are on the way. I'm impressed here that the Spiders finish up in time, and the Locust Waves, they continue. They deny the third, they take down a mule. Ideally, these Locusts did want to force out scans, but the Ravens do complicate things. As they try to burrow, but the Ravens here, they shut them down. So very nice defense by Kamikaze overall. The Locusts, they did not, so the Storm Hosts did not pay for themselves. The Roaches are building up. Are building up. Alas, Erik, he holds, he maintains his economy, getting another expansion, and now we can take a breath. we can take a moment, we can take a breath. It's been an intense game here. There are those Infestors that we did mention. Again, like, the reason why we brought it up here is that Infestors, they have changed since the last time we saw this build from Erik, and now you have those Fungals immediately, so they're much greater supportive units here to actually survive and actually defend against any form of push. That is what makes this build that much more viable here, that much more safe. And from here, we should be done with Storm Host and just going pure Roach Ravager. Ling Roach Ravager, as we have Link Speed and plus on melee on the way. Infestors have arrived. Now, what's important here is that the Banshee count is still very high. Very high Banshee counts. 8 Banshees. That's what the Corruptors are for. The Cyclone count is very low because of the Banshees. Here comes the Fungal. Oh, massive connection. Oh my god. The connection is brutal. Locks them down. Oh my god, Biles do connect. And with that, Kamikaze, he has to get the hell out of here. Bleeds out most of his ground army. Corruptors are on the chase. He wants the Raven. He gets it. Takes down the Raven. Takes down one. Takes down a Banshee as well. And another Raven. Brutal pickoffs. So much more efficient pickoffs here from Erik. Much more efficient trades. Does pull back. As another Overseer has arrived, the Banshees, they can just get bullied back. They get forced to retreat. Likewise, moving forward. Oh! Biles, they will connect. They shut down the mines. Nicely done. Yeah, the Kamikaze, he's in trouble. He's bleeding out too much too quickly here. There's barely any Banshees left. That's the, I mean, the entire point of this build was to build up the Banshee count, to have any kind of support. Cyclones are exposed. Another Cyclone falls down to 4. 4 Cyclones left. Getting up to 5. Ducklings, they flood in. He busts into the main base. Another Cyclone falls down to 3. Down to 3 Cyclones. Boys are being pulled. SCVs are falling. And this is still a better trade for Erik. He's going to be cleaned up, but he takes down 6 more SCVs. Ooh, Planetary is done. Planetary is complete. Erik pulls away. He pulls back, getting into a greater Spire. I mean, he does have the beginnings here and the makings of Broodlord Infestor, but doesn't really have the economy for it. He still needs to drone. Still needs to drone up, still needs to saturate. There we go. Ooh, and we can take a breath. We can take a breath here. As we mentioned, Broodlord Infestor, there it is. The Broodlords are morphing in. There's going to be 7 Broodlords for Erik. Kamikaze, back at home, is getting secure here on a 4-base economy, getting a 5th as we speak. Building up his Cyclone counts. So he will have some anti-air. There we go. There we go. Erik is moving out. Charles goes out, knocks down the tank, heads towards the planetary. Planetary's under fire at the same time, going for a base trade. Oh, let's go. Cyclones across the map. Broodlord's pushing in. Oh. As Cyclones, they bust into the mineral line. Drone's going to be falling. There are reinforcements, though. Erik, can he hold on without the Broodlords? Lings, they come in first round. And oh my god, with the help of the Lings, the Cyclones, they will fall one after the other. Erik, he does hold. And across the map, he takes down the expansion. Planetary goes down. Erik losing 10 workers. The Banshee's still, they're still getting damage done. True. Oh, the Fungal, though. Nice Fungal. Yeah, Fungals will clean up these Banshees. And Erik, he's not going to be stopped. He's snowballing out of control. Takes down 2 bases, shuts down the main army. We have Thors building up. Thors are here. There's 5 Broodlords left. But now the Roach Ravager's unchained. Now he's unbound. Now he can move out. No longer forced to defend. We're done with the Roach Ravager. Erik, he forced out Thors. And now we can just focus on a ground army. We can just remax, rebuild on a ground army instead. The Broodlords, they did their job. They did achieve their goal. Headed for the mineral line. SCV's going down. So let's move forward once again, denying the expansion. Again, plenty of Roach Ravager. Tank line has arrived. But the Vipers are here. Oh no, the Vipers! Vipers, they get sent away. There's a power bomb. Vikings, they will shut down the air. Kamikaze, he's holding. Yeah, he is holding on. A bit of a blundered assault here from Erik. Bleeds out a Viper, bleeds out Corruptors. Broodlords are moving in, but there's so many Vikings here. Oh, the Fungal Powerbomb combo. Not bad. The Vikings, they get low on HP. But the Broodlords are isolated. They're going to go down. Yeah, brutal losses here for Erik. Gonna lose every single Broodlord. Are we coming to try to go for the save? Oh. Saving 3 Broodlords. The Wilds! Oh my god. Getting a Thor as well. Erik has to pull back. Once again, brutal losses here to the tank line, but the economy here is what's lacking for Kamikaze. Kamikaze doing very well here with this army, but Erik, he can back off, he can rebuild, he can remax. He's got more Lings on the way, more Ravagers on the way. May have lost his Broodlords, but actually, can he deal with this? The Infestors! Oh no! The Infestors! Oh my god, another one goes down to 3. Yeah, Erik leaving his army idle. Not like this. So here we go. Bulls moving forward. Once again, the Wilds, they do connect. They even force some friendly fire. The tanks, I mean. And the Thor line just goes down almost in an instant. Jesus. Down to 1 Thor. Tanks pull away. Kamikaze's forced retreat. He has limited anti-air. Broodlords are morphing in once again. And without those Thors, Broodlords, they reign supreme once again. So Kamikaze back into Thor production. Back into Thors, building up his anti-air. He's surviving, getting his 4th base operational. Likewise, Erik still doesn't have the best economy himself. Oh, his Hellions get into the mineral line. Oh my god. And Blue Flame is done. Drones going down. 12 workers do fall. Oh, but the economy here. 14, 15. 15 workers. Ay, ay, ay. Crazy damage. Kamikaze is still in this game. I mean, Erik, he does have the supply lead, don't get me wrong. Kamikaze has the more efficient army. So Erik has to be so careful with how he does engage. As Neural is done, let's go. Neural's the Thors, and with that, Erik, he breaks through the defensive line. Whew, barely breaks the back of Kamikaze, and Erik, he will take the series at 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Oh my god, Erik, he will claim the series 2-0. Again, a very intense series and a crazy start as well. Remember, this all began with Kamikaze going double Starport Mass Banshee and Erik going 2-base Swarm Host. Crazy. And again, like, Kamikaze had a pretty strong start. With the Raven follow-up, the Swarm Host didn't really do much damage. I'll be honest, like, the Swarm Host, it did set Erik behind more than anything. Of course, that led into Roach Ravager, it led into Infestors, led into a more robust army. We had a back and forth as well. Very intense game, very chaotic, very Erik. GG. GG, well played. I do love to see it, as Erik does claim the series, does advance on into the grand finals. And the question becomes, who will he face off against, as he is waiting for the winner of Master and Shakti as they are locked into their PvP. Quickly checking, it looks like Master is up 1-0. They're currently in game number 2. Okay. So they're currently in game 2. They're currently being covered and casted by Cosmos. So shout out to Cosmos, of course, as he is covering those matches on his channel in Brazilian and Portuguese. So we are going to be waiting. We're going to be lying in wait here for Mastering and Shakti to finish up game 2. We might be able to get into the ace match, or we'll follow them into the finals. Regardless, we have some downtime. We do have some downtime here. We're going to be getting some rest. We're going to be taking a moment here to hydrate our Hydras, stretch our Roaches, massage our Marines, and tuck in all of your Tempests. When we come back, we will have either... Hold on, I showed here. When we come back, we will have either the grand finals... Oh, never mind. Vita's on the way. My apologies. Master does take down Shakti 2-0, and after the break, we have Erik versus Master. We have made it here to the grand finals. We'll see you guys after the break. See you soon. See you soon.